Who's that? Who that? Cops, everybody down. Dude, shut the up. All right, we're back. We are back with another edition of Up Family. You guys see this pimple I have? It is out of control. It's like I haven't gotten a pimple like this in a long time. We left off. I told you guys that I had met with a lawyer. I got my mom's will. You know, I met with my attorney, and I, hired him basically. I had to give him a retainer. So this whole thing cost me a couple of $1,000s. My brother, the idiot, he's so dumb. He's so dumb. So he went and filed this will. Okay. I said will, but I meant he went to file for administration. So I'm going to say will again. I meant administration. Okay. And he had to pay for this. This wasn't like free. He had to pay to go file this will, hire an attorney, and do all this when nobody ever agreed to it. It's in December now, okay? And my first Christmas is coming without my mom, and I am just like, I don't know, dude. I was in like autopilot at this point in time. I was just numb. It was almost like I didn't feel anything. I was just like, I was shocked. I was in shock and I couldn't really feel anything. And I just was kind of going through the motions of life, just existing. Lucky enough, my mom had a small, I don't know, insurance policy through something. And I got a check. I don't even know how. I did not claim anything. Somehow money just came to me. Like this check showed up. Probably because my brother and Satan were like, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Like the dollar signs were floating all over the place with them. And they were cashing in whatever they could. Here's the thing. I want to tell you guys this, and a lot of people don't know this. When you die, or, if any accounts that you have, like say you have a bank account or a money market account or whatever, any accounts that you have that you put beneficiaries on, those accounts don't go through the estate. Okay. If you have a bank account, let's just say, and you put beneficiaries on that bank account, like on a savings account or something, then your beneficiaries could just collect the money and it doesn't go through an estate. There was a couple of things that we were able to collect before, we actually did the estate. So, which was good because I had to pay my attorney and I didn't have the money to lay out. So it took a couple of weeks, but my attorneys finally filed my mom's will. Now, I was calling places up, and every single place I called, they would tell me that Satan called already, and they would use her name. And I'm like, why is this bitch calling my mom's places up? Like, why is my brother not doing this himself? Throw a pair of balls already, Steven. So I got my mom's will in the mail, and my attorney told me to try reaching out to one of the aunts, try to get at least somebody on my side, to talk to me. So my attorney, I think it was like 2 weeks after I got the will, my attorney went and finally filed it. I know it was before Christmas. It was like maybe on like the 15th or something like that. And like I told you guys in the last 2 or 3 videos, like I didn't have plans of doing all this shit this early, but they left me with no choice. And so I just had to do it. The last I remembered, my aunt had me blocked. I didn't want to call her. And the reason being is, again, I was not calling these people because I could have recorded the phone calls, but like I was at a point, at this point in time where I just completely lost trust for every single person in my life, except my husband. So I was like, I'm not calling them. I'm going to write to them. When you put something in writing, people can't twist your words. So I emailed her, I texted her, I had my husband text her. I reached out to her 5 separate times. So I started off, I sent her this letter that the attorney had sent along with the copy of my mom and dad's wills. And then I wrote a text. I said, listen, I need to talk to you. I found mommy's will. I had to track down her lawyer and have them search for it. I finally received the original copy of her will last week. Can you please get in touch with me? I do not want to fight or argue. I just want to carry out my mom's wishes in the way she wanted them carried out. I just want to do the right thing. She put you for a reason because she trusted you'd be fair and do the right thing. And so after this, I sent her an email with pretty much the same exact message on it, except I might have added this bottom paragraph. And all it basically said was, please call me. I would really appreciate it. If you don't want to do it for me, do it for her. She did not answer one of them. They were all amicable. I was like, listen, we were gonna have to sit down and talk. We're gonna have to, whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to deal with me. Just until we get through this, I am not looking to fight with you. Like, I just want to keep the peace. Call me Cheech and Chong. Well, needless to say, my aunt never answered me. Never answered one of my attempts to reach out to her. As far as Aunt Betty went, again, I hate to say this, but she's a idiot. She is a goddamn idiot, okay? This woman doesn't even pump her own gas. Like, so I really wasn't expecting her to be partaking in this that much. And I know that, my Aunt Betty has had negative feelings towards me. She could deny it all she wants. I know she's had these feelings for years. Years. Because I get blamed because it's easier to blame me. Let me just tell you guys something, okay? None of these people really know my brother. And I'm not saying he's a bad person. My mind is just blown, dude, all right? I had close relationships with almost everybody in my family. And that was because of me. I cultivated relationships with people. I, regularly called up my aunts and, called my cousins and made plans with them and asked them if they wanted to do things. And, so I had like good relationships with everybody in my family. On the other hand, my brother, he didn't really talk to anybody outside of family parties. So like in there, there's a nickname for my brother. I'll just call him Steven the Guy. So like, it's like, Steven the Guy, like everybody thinks he's like this nice guy because that's who they see at family parties, but they don't know him. They don't know my brother. They haven't seen the little fits and the little rages and all the shit that he's done. Because he hides it. I'm very real. Like, I don't hold my feelings back. I don't put on shows for anybody. I don't act a different way than I normally am. I am who I am. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Oh, so if I'm angry, you're gonna know I'm angry. If I'm upset, you're gonna know I'm upset. I don't act like a different person. I act like me always. So it's easier to blame somebody like me and think that I'm the bad guy because I'm the one who shows my emotions and I'm the one who's real. Oh, Liana's psychotic. Liana's crazy because she shows her emotions. I started to realize I became the family scapegoat. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically somebody who's just blamed for everything. Like all the problems in the family come down to this person, nobody wants to, blame my brother because he's Steven the Guy. He's so friendly and he's so nice to you at family parties, but what the ever done for any of you guys? That's what I want to know. My brother did not have relationships with these people. I'm not saying he never talked to them, but like when my Aunt Debbie was throwing my, her daughter's bridal shower, was my brother helping you stuff envelopes? Was my brother making decorations for your daughter's shower? Because like I went above and beyond for that. But, nobody remembers that kind of stuff. They only remember the bad thing. And I realized at that point, you could do right 99% of your life. But that 1% you do wrong, that's what people are going to remember you for. That's what people are going to hold against you. My brother never had relationships with these people. Like, he didn't talk on the phone with them. He didn't call them up. He didn't have really relationships with them. So it's like the fact that all of a sudden they're so worried about him, it's just a joke. It's like, dude, it's not about him. They don't give a about him. They give a about me over. That's what's important to these people. Just to let you know. All right, so it's like the middle of December. My attorney filed the will, and like I think on the 15th, I'm pretty sure. So I emailed my Aunt Debbie, didn't hear back from her. I even had my husband text her what I wanted to write because thinking maybe she'll answer him. I don't know if she had him blocked too. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. All right. So my husband and I, for the last couple of years, during that time, we were talking about getting a truck, okay? We knew that my son was into hockey. He was only 3 years old at the time. But this kid, let me just tell you guys something. My son, and I'm not just being like, ooh, toot my own horn, beep, beep, I'm so great. But my son is a natural when it comes to skating, okay? This kid got skates from the Easter Bunny at 2 years old. I put this kid in skates, and this kid just took off. Like, I didn't have to show him how to skate. He just did it. He can't swim for but he could skate like a motherfucker. Let me just tell you guys. Like, I've never seen anything like this. And he has showed me in life what it is to be a natural at something. Come back to mommy. Wow, you're doing so good. skates pretty good. He's been skating for pretty much since he was 2, so. Yeah. Like, some people could just naturally sing, and like, I'm an artist. You didn't have to teach me how to draw. I know how to draw. Like, it just came naturally to me. My son is a natural at skating. He's amazing. We knew that he was going to get into hockey. He had an interest in hockey since he was like a baby, I swear to God. And he's been playing hockey ever since. I was like, I'm going to need a truck eventually, because we're gonna have to put his hockey equipment, because we knew we were gonna be signing him up like as soon as he was able to play. So we were on our way to 4 at that point in time. So we knew we were gonna be getting into soon. So we had talked about getting a truck, okay? So like an SUV for the family. A mommy mobile. I will never drive a minivan. I'm sorry. No offense to you if you have minivans, but do I look like a minivan person? No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
My husband and I looked at a bunch of trucks. I was like, I either want the Toyota Highlander, because I'm a total Toyota girl, or I want the Chevy Traverse. That was like the 2 trucks that I liked. My husband went, he test drove the Chevy Traverse, and he's like, dude, it's freaking awesome. You got to go check it out. I will recommend this truck to anybody. Just do not get the stock stereo, because it is horrible. I am used to premium audio. This sucks. I'm like rap mom. Like, my shit bumps. I don't care. If my son's not in my car, I'm leaned back with my sunglasses on, and I'm freaking bumping down the road. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Anyway, that's me. I'm a freaking girl who's bumping Biggie and DMX and the Wu-Tang. So I said, let me go test drive this truck. I was in that area where the car dealership is. So I was like, let me go out, test drive this truck. Okay. So I go to the Chevy dealership. I test drive the truck and I'm in love. I just gonna end this one and do the other one.